With blue skies over Madras International Circuit, Godspeed Kochi had the pole ahead of Hyderabad Blackbirds, Speed Demons Delhi and Bangalore Speedsters. When the lights went out, Alistair Young got a terrific start ahead of Akhil Rabindra and Akash Gowda, but Anshul Gandhi barely got away at all. This promoted Celia Martin and Lola Lovinfos to the top 5. In 6th position, it was a duel between Ruhan Alva and Rishon Rajiv. The battle was joined on the opening lap, and Young and Rabindra were trying to get well clear of Akash Gowda. There would be problems further round the lap for Celia Martin, who would sadly drop down with electrical problems. So at the end of the opening lap, Ruhan Alva and Rishon Rajiv were promoted to 4th and 5th ahead of Lola Lovinfos. But try as they might, neither driver was prepared to yield in the battle for what could have been a podium. The dark clouds were looming, and it was time for drivers to start the attack. Rishon Rajiv finally got past Ruhan Alva, and so Lola Lovinfos stepped up the attack. But as they continued to duel, there was more drama around the bend. A fantastic move from Rishon Rajiv as he managed to squeeze through on the inside in the left-hander, despite a little bit of paint traded. Then Akash Gowda hit trouble and ended up falling just in front of Gabriele Gilkova in their battle for 6th position. So that promoted Alva, Rishon Rajiv and Lola Lovinfos into a duel for the podium. As they continued to squabble, there were yellow flags out on the circuit as Celia Martin's car finally parked it for good. When the race resumed, it was Rishon Rajiv who had the upper hand. But after a nail-biting overtake, he was always going to have Ruhan Alva against the ropes. A strong move around the outside, and he was up to 3rd. The battle resumed, and it was emerging that there were 2 drivers with a time penalty off the start. The number 1 car for Godspeed Kochi of Ruhan Alva and the number 7 of Gabriele Gilkova. But Anshul Gandhi was still struggling, battling with the Chennai Turbo riders. He lost the back end and spun it around. Fortunately, he was able to keep going. But the Chennai Turbo riders then went to a civil war as Nicole Haverda held off the charging Sandeep Kumar. Then dramatically, the rain started to appear, first lightly and then torrential. It was always going to be tricky once the rain hit the circuit, as drivers were now trying to make themselves a little bit faster, with only 10 minutes to go. But with each passing lap, what started as a drizzle became a heavy rain shower. Lola Lovinfos was right behind Rishon Rajiv and Ruhan Alva, but the safety car was out due to heavy rain on one part of the course, and it caught out Akhil Rabindra big time. The podium was gone. With the rain turning into a monsoon, there was no other option but to bring out the red flags. Drivers awaited a final decision as to whether the race would restart, but with fading light and huge puddles, the result was declared. So Godspeed Kochi took the victory in front of Rajiv and Bustamante in their Bangalore Speedsters car, and 3rd place going to the Hyderabad Blackbirds of Lovinfos and Reddy.